time players who just, well, not just, but during the day today he released a big statement, well, more of a big announcement. Of course, we're talking about the Egyptian king, Mohamed Salah, Mo Salah, as we all call him. He announced that he will be leaving Liverpool at the end of the season. And yeah, I just wanted to share my thoughts and comment on that, give my opinions, because first of all, I am a Liverpool fan. I watched and enjoyed watching Mo play for the club ever since he came in August 2017. He hit the ground running, and then he did it again and again and again. You know, went from being the one season wonder to 8 seasons wonder. I was hoping he'd do it for the ninth time, but for many different reasons. He had his drop off this year for the first time ever since he came to England and Liverpool, and even us as a club, as a whole organization, we've had a big drop off. So it's not all on him, but he is a contributor to the drop off. But anyways, that's not the point of this video right now. Right now I just wanted to react quickly to Mo Salah, to the clip he posted on his social media earlier today. I guess on all of his socials. We just gonna do that. Let me share. There we go. What's happening? No. Okay, there we go. Some technical difficulties. Anyways, I'm still getting used to all the tech. Everything is new to me, so do bear with me. I'm not gonna edit this out, I'm just gonna leave it. So yeah, let's react to this now. Hopefully the sound is good. He does look emotional and sad, which I was as well.
Hello everyone.
Because parting ways
Unfortunately,
is never
the day has
easy,
come.
as you know.
This is the first part of my farewell. I will be leaving Liverpool.
Eventually he
at the
was
end
gonna
of this
leave.
season. I wanted to start by saying that I never imagined.
Look at those trophies,
how
look at the
deeply this
background
club,
before we keep on.
this city, these
Oh.
people. By saying that I never imagined how deeply this club, this city, these people would become part of my life. Liverpool is not just a football club. It's a passion, it's a history, it's a spirit. I can't explain in a word
It is.
to anyone not part of this club. We celebrate.
He's completely right on that. Cannot be explained. When we say this means more, that's one of the Liverpool FC motto or slogan, as you would say. Just say this means more for us. It actually does. There's something different that we cannot actually explain in words. You just have to be part of the fan base, whether you're a local lad born and raised in Liverpool or somewhere around from, a different place far away across the globe, like myself. There are many of us. There's just a connection that cannot be explained between us, the fans, and the club, and even the city. even if I have never set foot, that's another topic I want to discuss on later, not for this time, because right now it's all about Mo. There's just a deep connection for whatever reason it is, which cannot be explained, unfortunately. It could be the wins, the trophies, the victories, or like he's saying, the hardest time. It's been an escape for all of us.
Who was part of this club throughout my time here, especially the teammates, past and present, and to the fans. I don't have enough words. The support you showed me through the best time of my career, and you stood by me in the toughest time, is something I will never forget, and something I will take it with me always. Leaving is never easy. You gave me the best time of my life. I will be always one of you. This club will always be my home, to me and to my family.
Yeah, I do hope he becomes an ambassador of the club later on. He'd be a great one.
Because of you, I will never walk alone.
Crazy, I wanted to show that. Look at that background. And yeah, those are the PFA. He had 3 of those. I don't know where the third one is. Probably at the club. Well, I don't know. There it is. He's the only player who won it 3 times. 1, 2, 3. The Champions League. Hopefully in May that becomes 2. Similar to the 2 Premier Leagues. There's one here. There's another one here. The Golden Boots. 1, 2, 3, 4. Player of the season. He got 2 of those as well, the different man of the matches, the African best player of the year, and the different men of matches in the Prem and the Champions League as well. He was stacked. Look at that. That is gorgeous. That is elite. And we'll just get right into it. I just wanted to show some numbers quickly, which the numbers are available for everyone, but I'm working on a piece that will come out before the end of the season or shortly after, depending on how well we end the season, because we are still in those 2 competitions, either the FA Cup and the Champions League. Of course, the way we are playing right now doesn't seem like we'll win it, but for some reason I feel like we'll still win the Champions League, but that's just the delusional self of mine speaking. But I do firmly believe that Liverpool are the Champions League winners 2025-26 in Budapest on May 30th. Anyways, bringing this back to Mo Salah, 435 total appearances for Liverpool, just outside the top 20 all time. He won't get into the top 20 because there's not many games left now. He scored 255 goals, which is 3rd all time. He's going to be in the top 3 for a while, unless those type of players are rare to come about, but they do come every now and then. Like it should have been with Torres, but he ended up leaving. Should have been the same with Suarez, but he ended up leaving. But Mo stayed, after that first season, as we can see, in 2017-18, he broke the Premier League record at that time of goals scored, 32, and he had 54 goal involvements. I believe that's all competition, and 44 goals scored all competitions as well, which was really high. He equaled the record. He should have won the Ballon d'Or that season, but because Liverpool didn't win anything and only made top 4, nothing happened. And then after that season, we all thought, one season wonder, as I mentioned, or it was a fluke, wanted him to repeat it. He did, not the same numbers, but 22 goals, winning another Golden Boot, if I'm not mistaken, because he has 4 of them. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, give it 22. He didn't win, but yeah, 27 goals, all competitions, insane. And then he backed it again, 23, and 33 goals in involvement, 22, 23. Then there's a bit of a drop-off, but all competitions, still awesome. And then last season when we won the league, that was a record season. He should have done more than 30 goals, but we had a huge drop-off after the league title was decided. So that's the thing. But he did take the all-time records in the Premier League of goals involvement, with 29 goals and I believe 18 assists just in the Premier League for this one. Yeah, that's why it's in a store. So yeah, this is something I'm working on, but those are his numbers. 189 goals in the Prem for Liverpool, which is the highest. Altogether, he has 191 Premier League goals, which put him top 4 because he did score 2 for Man City. He's even in the top 10 of assists. He's 7th actually. He can get to 6. He just need 1 more assist before the end of the season, or 2 more to take 6 all alone. So, he's in good company. And I really thought he would stay until the end of his contract, which would have been next season, and then leave. I was hoping that he'd get into the top 3, but unfortunately that won't be the case. But top 4, in 9 years he did that, and in less appearances than those players. He's in the top 10 of both, like Wayne Rooney, for example. He's ahead of Stevie G. That's just his individual numbers. He has 4 Golden Boot, as I mentioned. And he got 3 PFA Player of the Season. The highest was 2 by Thierry Henry, but now Salah has 3. And among many of the trophies, a quick look at the major trophies that he won. The first one was the Champions League in 2019. After that epic comeback against Barcelona in the semi-final, which he didn't play because he was injured. One of his rare injuries. Won the Premier League in 2020 and then 2025. The League Cup twice, the Golden Boot 4 times, as I mentioned, Player of the Season. There's another 2. I don't know why it's missing, but as we saw in his clip, he won everything that could have been won, and we're still in 2 competitions. As you can see, 1, 2, 2. Those are supposed to become 2, 26, hopefully. So yeah, those are some numbers I wanted to show, which are out of this world. And as I mentioned, I have a piece coming on this before the end of the season or shortly after. A longer version of what I'm doing right now. And yeah, as we can see, look at those. It started from Roma. That is insane when you look at it. He's never injured. Except this season. This season has been poor overall, but not just him. It was Liverpool's season as well. So yeah, the best season was last year, and his first season, if we go by goal, he's third yeah, he won't get Roger Hunt or anything like that, but he's, well, I guess number 3 in assists. Let's go by assists. Yeah, he's among the all-time greats of Liverpool. I'm gonna come back in a minute. Whoops. There we go. So yeah, what I wanted to say is he's been a legend. Well, he has played like a legend. There's a lot of talks whether he's in the top 10, top 5, or top 1 best player in the Premier League or in Liverpool by itself. In my opinion, he's the best. I used to think it's always been Steven Gerrard because I didn't get the chance to watch Kenny Dalglish. I can let people who watch him play speak on that. I know he is a legend of the club, obviously, with what he's done, as a player and as a player manager. King Kenny, as he should be, and Mo Salah is worth of a king named the Egyptian king. For a long time, Steven Gerrard was my favorite. Well, Stevie G is and is going to be my favorite player of all time because that's who I grew up watching. But Salah did that little bit extra. Of course, he had a great team around him to achieve those. It's tough. I'm not going to rank them, but he is top 2 for me. The other one being Stevie G. I would say it's a dead heat. Because I wanted Salah to end his career with us. I guess he'll keep on playing. I don't know where he'll be going. Potentially in Saudi or the MLS. The MLS would be better, in my opinion. That's just me being selfish, because I could go. It's easier for me to go to an MLS game. At this period of time, but anyways, he's gonna get the send-off that he deserves, hopefully. Anfield chant his name, sing his name, and crazy send-off in the last game of the season against Brentford, and God willing, we'll be in Budapest as well on May 30th. That would be the icing on the cake. I think I saw a clip of Jamie Carragher who said something when, there was those issues mid-season, before, in November, December, when all the drama. But in the clip, I saw that he was like, Mo Salah needs to rethink and not leave during the winter. Could leave at the end of the season with a great farewell, which is gonna happen, because we were still in the FA Cup and the Champions League, which we are still in right now. So he was like, to paraphrase Jamie, he was like, worst case scenario, which is still good, he gets a great and extraordinary send-off at the end of the season for the last game, like a Gerrard did, a Jurgen Klopp did, or all those players did. The Thiago, which didn't play as long as Mo did a few years ago, Bobby did, a send-off like that. That would be the worst case if he stayed until the end of the season, and then the best case is, maybe add another FA Cup, or why not the Champions League, That's just the icing on the cake, the cherry on the cake, if I would say. Now, speaking as a fan, I was sad, like I was when Jurgen announced that he was leaving as well. But it was slightly different because I guess I didn't expect it to happen this year, but eventually Mo was gonna leave. Eventually Jurgen was gonna leave, so I guess I was more prepared now to the eventuality of this. And he do be a legend for the club. It's just happens. It's never easy parting ways. It's never easy leaving, like he mentioned. But when you look back now in hindsight, it's been. I was gonna use the word hell, but it's not been hell. It's been hell for the opponents, for the rivals, for the opposition, not for us. For us, it's been great, and it's like that saying, you only appreciate what you have until it's gone. Many, many, many fans will realize that once he's gone forever, like next season. So we just need to cherish the last 15-ish games, 7 in the league, potentially 1, 2, 3 more in the FA Cup. That's 10. 2. We are in the quarters, so 2 semis, 2, 5. Yeah, potentially a maximum of 15 games or 9 at most. Oh, well, the minimum is 9 because 1 FA Cup and 2, but he's also injured at the moment, so I don't know, but I do be expecting a similar things to what Bobby got at the end of his Liverpool career when he announced that he was leaving, chanting his name game in, game out until it was done. So yeah, eventually he was gonna leave. Of course, I'm sad because I wanted him to retire. I wanted 1 more year because 10 years means that he gets his what's the name? Memorial, or let me Google that quickly. Not memorial. What is the game called when you do 10 years at a club? Testimonial, that's the word I was looking for. Yeah. So pretty much, if he stayed one more year, he would have gotten his testimonial. But I also believe that those players, not just Mo, the likes of Mo, Alisson Becker, Virgil van Dijk, Andrew Robertson, and co, those players deserves another Champions League because they stuck together during the bad times, the hard times, and the best times. And it's similar to the league. They should have had 2 more Premier Leagues, which we lost by 1 point to Man City, and we eventually won 2 leagues, and it was the same in the Champions League, 2 finals against Real Madrid. So they are due 1 more. It feels like it's meant to be. Of course, I'm just being delusional again, but it just feels like it. Anyways, I could get clipped for this either way. It doesn't matter. I thought this was going to be a short one, but I'm just dragging it on and on and on now. I'm going to have a better prepared clip, as I mentioned, piece on Mo Salah, showcasing all his numbers, all his achievements, how he was rejected at Chelsea, he went away to Italy, found himself again, and then came back to us and conquered England, Liverpool, and Europe, as we all know what his nickname is, the Egyptian King. So yeah, it's well deserved in my opinion. lastly, it is sad, but we just have to enjoy the remaining games of Mo Salah and just be grateful. Like he said, he's grateful to be part of Liverpool, to have played for his club, for us, the fans, for the city. We just have to be appreciative and grateful that we watched this Mo Salah play for Liverpool FC and break all kinds of records year after year after year, and he's still doing it. You know, he did it in the Galatasaray game where he became the first, or he became the top scorer in the Champions League, like the African top goal scorer in the Champions League. So, again, as I mentioned, there's minimum 9 more games, or at most 15, where he could be dropping a few more records. So for now, this is it. I don't know if I made any sense. I just wanted to express what's on my mind and how I dealt with the announcement. I dealt with it a lot better than what I did for Jurgen, because I was more prepared and I could sense it, this was happening, probably because of the drop-off that we all had as a collective, as a team this year, which I guess accelerated his decision in leaving. Also, whatever happened mid-season with Arne Slot. So it was coming. It felt like either Liverpool would have sold him or something like that, and I think this is the best scenario. Not ideal, but the best. Ideal, in my opinion, would be him leaving next year at the end of his contract, or hopefully signing a +1. That would have been ideal for me, at least. But yeah, what just happened is the best outcome for both parties. Of course it sucks, but it be like that. Things come to an end, And talking about that, I should end this now. I can't just be yapping and not making sense, but that's just me. Yeah, anyways, it's gonna get better. I have a really good piece going out, so for now, just be glad Mo Salah is the Egyptian king and he plays for us, for the mighty Reds, So yeah, this is it for now. Peace out.